Oh no! Doctor Strange 2 Disaster undergoing massive story reshoots. Oh no. I was worried about this. So here we are at Cosmic Book News, talking about a Hollywood Reporter article. So Matt McCloy says, as he's been reporting, Kevin Feige's House of Cards is indeed crumbling. It sure looks like it. I mean, D plus shows that are total failures, movies that are flopping. Boy, oh boy. So, as the latest is that Marvel's Doctor Strange 2 looks to be a huge disaster. With it made known, massive reshoots are taking place 6 days a week until the end of the year, said to involve problems with the story. The news follows the release date recently getting pushed back away from DC's The Batman from March 25th, 2022 to May 6th, 2022. Doctor Strange 2, facing big problems, also follows Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Internals. Absolutely failing at the box office for Feige and Marvel. And it also follows the news of Wall Street investors doubting Disney Plus and being skeptical of both the Marvel and Star Wars brands. Yeah, Disney Plus didn't meet its goals of subscribers, so, and the recent display of upcoming shows doesn't really wow anybody, you know. So it goes further. Regarding the massive reshoots of Doctor Strange 2, Hollywood Reporter states sources have filled them in. The reshoots are significant, and that the new shoots taking place in Los Angeles consist of additional photography and reshoots where Cumberbatch and company are undertaking 6 weeks of shooting, if not more, working 6 days a week. Hollywood Reporter tries to spin things as if everything is all right. But one source for the site notes that the amount of time is comparable to filming an entire movie. Sure, it's fine. Yeah, they're here till the end of the year. It's like a whole other movie, said the source, yeah. So Grace Randolph, he weighs in on what she had to say about this. It's not just because of the pandemic, right? You can't, it would factor in, like for the earlier shots they did and had to stop because of someone tested positive or something like that, you know? But then she says they wanted them to add more characters because it's multiverse of madness, so you would get, the Easter eggs. So you might see other versions of Marvel characters pop up here and there. That's why the rumors that maybe, just maybe, Tom Cruise could show up as Iron Man because he was initially approached to be Iron Man way back when. And that sort of thing. It's possible to happen. And even Emily Blunt was originally going to be Black Widow, and I can't remember what the deal was. She couldn't get out of another movie, or maybe she was pregnant or something. I can't remember what, and they ended up going with Scarlett. So the idea, there was some news that they had been in talks and whatnot. So she might show up as Black Widow in this movie for some cameo or what have you, and that sort of thing. So, okay, fine. But the interesting thing here is it's not just all of that stuff. It's the negative reaction to test screens for both Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange 2. So they're both telling, aspects of the same story, the multiverse, and, it's all coming apart and everything. Boy, Spider-Man No Way Home didn't test very well. That's pretty bad. Because Spider-Man, I mean, when it opens, it's going to be pretty big. I think Spider-Man will take the prize for the year, but it's, post-pandemic, numbers or what have you and all that. But, holy crap, because Doctor Strange 2 was the one that I was looking forward to. The other films didn't look all that great, and turned out they weren't. I've seen 3 so far, and oh boy. And as far as Spider-Man, of course, I've always said I didn't care for the MCU Spider-Man. Other than Civil War, I haven't really taken to this version of him. And I had hopes that the third movie would be the charm, and the multiverse can be a cool concept and whatnot. And that might just win it over, and you're going to have the previous Spider-Man join him and all that stuff. And that's, it's fun. So it could do that, but apparently, oh boy, negative reactions to both of them. Yeah. So what could it be? Gee, I wonder what it could be. The worry about Doctor Strange for me happened with the revelation that WandaVision, which they did initially promote that oh yeah, this is going to go into Doctor Strange. So you had to watch the series, and then somewhere in the midst of doing it, Feige says they cut that out or didn't even do it. They had Cumberbatch all signed up to be in the show. They dropped that because, have you noticed? He's a man. And he's white. And you can't have a white man explaining magic to a woman. So they booted him out of there. But that kind of messes up the story they intended. So what did they have to put in its place? Well, based on the end result, not a whole lot. And so the show fizzled. So they sabotaged their own show for their cult-like politics and whatnot. And so that got me worried about the Doctor Strange film. And apparently I had reason to be. But he says, don't worry, I got this. And I know they're talked about, there will be these other characters in there. You're going to have, of course, Wanda will be in it. So I thought, Scarlet Witch is just going to be kicking Doctor Strange in the balls. And that's probably what will happen. And the America Chavez will be in there. And, of course, she's been tokenized in the comics and whatnot. So you can imagine what kind of presentation they'll deliver there. There was some other woman, too. I can't remember. But anyway, that's kind of the deal. He, at best, is a guest star in his own movie. Or he's going to get his balls kicked a lot. Now, it's a Sam Raimi film, so there's high hopes, but, ultimately he's not in charge. The original director quit and said, why don't we just call it the Wanda, the Wanda in the Marvel Multiverse of Madness, something like that, and I was like, because it seemed that he was upset that they're making it more a Scarlet Witch movie than a Doctor Strange movie, is what it sounded like. And that apparently might have been the case. And I don't know, maybe Sam Raimi's like, okay, I'll do this if I can get into the MCU and maybe do another Spider-Man. I don't know, something like that. And it's all, his Spider-Man will be showing up in the new movie, and the villains and whatnot. So maybe that's part of the deal, and he had to go along with this or whatever. But it didn't test well. And this might be all the delays of everything, including, of course, Star Wars. Could be Chapek making me, no, you're not doing this. And so the fact that they admitted, they said, it's no big deal. They've done a lot of reshoots. Yeah, but it's like a whole other movie. That's a little more than a few reshoots here and there. Yeah, here they go. The site also, another insider scoffed at the size and scope of the reshoots and offered, we've had bigger reshoots than other MC movies. That's not something to boast about. That means you've been screwing up a while. And, which one was it? Did it work? Then Cumberbatch showed up on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Yeah, that show's still going for some reason. Anyways, like everything with Marvel, it comes in fresh. Pretty much, most mornings, Cumberbatch said with a laugh when questioned. It's really exciting, and the film is shaping up to be something special. Well, it could be a special flop, too, you just don't know. But it's not like he's going to come in, oh, man, oh, boy, it's tough. I don't know. I hope it turns out all right, but, he can't say that. He's contractually obligated to promote this film. So, 10 years from now or something in a book or whatever, and he says, it was crap. Oh, God, I'm so glad I'm not doing that anymore. That could be the case. You just don't know. So, Marvel, of course, production issues with Black Panther 2 and Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright, well, see, Twitterverse doesn't like her. She has very serious questions for the jab. And she's a devout Christian. Oh, no. Oh, just like Chris Pratt. At least she's female and a woman of color, you know. But that's, oh boy, she's not obeying the Twitterverse rules, you know. Oh boy, so she's all, they've already established her. She's pretty much all they got to continue the narrative set by Black Panther. Unfortunately for poor Chadwick, who passed away, and it's, you know, it's really sad and everything. And they just didn't, you know, it's like, oh, just recast him. I mean, you know, they felt bad about it. Well, you got, you know, Black Panther's sister, and there is some comic book narratives where she did take over and all that sort of stuff. So they'll go forward with that. But she's a Christian. Oh boy, Twitterverse doesn't like that. So there you go. Jeez. So hopefully, what are the scenarios here? Is it just that they wanted to add in more Easter eggs of different versions of Marvel characters? Is it, oh, well, they weren't diverse enough, or you know, you didn't have trans Wolverine in there, or something like that, you know? And maybe that's what it is. Or it could be Bob Chapek that get your cult crap out of there and do a Doctor Strange movie. And that's what you can hope for the best, that they actually have fixed it, you know, and it'll just be this other really awful cut that no one likes, because the test screenings apparently gave them an F. Yeah. But also on Spider-Man, apparently. That, boy, that really, well, hopefully not, but we'll have to wait and see. So, come on, Doctor Strange. Say it ain't so. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.